Good morning to you all. Now listen, this week's pretty important for our economy, our property values and also our general sense of well-being. On Thursday, the unemployment numbers come out, and for the past year it's broadly been a story of more casual workers and fewer full-time workers. The unemployment rate, which last year moved down, has this year been slowly moving higher, and this week will reveal the March numbers. It's expected to be around 5.9%, up just a tick on last month. But it's pretty obvious that if property values are to remain sound, note the auction clearance rates in Melbourne and Sydney especially over the weekend were still white hot, then people have got to stay and work. Otherwise, things will get ugly. So now let's go to the US, where the unemployment rate's dropped to 4.5%. That's the lowest in almost 10 years. Compared with a year ago, so-called non-farm payroll numbers have slowed. That said, there was still an extra 98,000 jobs created in March. In other words, the US remains in a strong state of health and confidence, even if these numbers were a touch weaker than the forecasters expected. Now, you can't say the same thing about Australia. For whatever reason, many of our big companies are in a funk, and that's why they're not confident enough to put on new workers. Jobs, that'll be the focus of this week. Now, just a little one this morning. Plenty's been said about Amazon coming to Australia with its retail delivery business, though there's no confirmation. Amazon's put around 100 jobs up on LinkedIn, looking for workers including software developers and logistics experts. Now, in America, where Amazon Prime is disrupting a range of businesses, so supermarkets, sports goods retailers, electrical and electronic retailers, many are trying to fight back by improving delivery times and cutting delivery prices. There's a great article in the Wall Street Journal over the weekend on this. So a message to any business likely to be disrupted by Amazon: faster delivery, cheaper prices. Easy to say, hard to accomplish. Let's have a quick look at the markets this morning, and what we can see is the dollar starts the day below 75 US cents and 70.79 US cents. Let's move on, and we can see the gold price right now, $1,254 US an ounce. The Dow Jones index of US shares on Friday down by 6 points, and here on Friday the All Ordinaries index of Australian shares up by 5.